Before we start, the Weird and Wonderful Fray podcast would like to add a small disclaimer. Any heinous acts or crimes, mischief or debauchery that have been made by Jack and Jacko in past, present or future have been dealt with by the local authorities in a formal, fashionable manner.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, right. That's cool.
Right,
Now, on with the show.
let's start this.
Let's start this shit. Hello.
Hello, you alright? Hi.
Hi, so I'm Jack.
And I'm Jacko.
And we're back.
Yeah.
And this is
The Weird and Wonderful Fray.
That's the best
Yes,
we've done it so
we've done
far.
it, we got
I like it. Today we're going to be discussing crime.
Or crime.
We do like a bit of crime.
Crime is good. Chink. I love a bit of crime.
But I do just want to quickly say, Jack, I've got a little surprise for you.
Yeah?
So I brought something along for you, and I'm so glad you don't know about this. So I thought I'd whack it out now. It's not a dick.
Get it out.
It's not a dick. But
Whack it out.
I brought some. I went to the offie before I got here.
Right.
Right. You don't know
I
about
don't
this.
know. What's going on?
So I went to the offie and I got some bits. So
Is that fucking crisps? Yes.
pork scratchings. I thought we'd need snacks, so I've got some pork scratchings, couple of bags of Space Invaders,
Yes,
pickled
lad.
onion,
Pickled onion and saucy barbecue.
bleach.
Oh, mate. Why? You got a fucking prop. You got a prop gag.
I got
for
a
a
prop-
for a podcast.
It's a prop gag for a podcast. Yeah, I thought but we discussed how good it is to say the word bleach. So I got Domestos, so it's extended power. No one can see it.
No one can see the fact that I'm holding a massive fuck off bottle of bleach and a packet of saucy barbecue Space Raiders.
I thought you'd prefer the pickled
I'll fucking,
onion.
I'll dip it in the bleach.
It's entirely up to you.
Well,
but
think about it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Bleach.
If we want to have shots later, we can
Yeah.
some Domestos.
Well, bleach is fine to drink because bleach is mostly water.
And it's also going to clear you out.
We're mostly water, therefore we are bleach.
So we're 80% water, so
Yeah.
that's going down to the 20%, so we'll
Fuck
just
yeah.
become aqua.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've also got a pack of, I thought these would be alright, pack of blackjacks.
Yes.
We've got some Fruitella, because they're Badman sweet.
A bad man sweet. I love that shit.
Some of those. I thought we're probably going to actually want to eat something normal, so I've got some Clays.
Normal food.
And I'm just going to, as promised, I've got half a dozen Freddos.
Mate,
They're
fucking...
30p now.
You fuck off, mate.
30p.
25. Unless you got con...
It said, I've got con. It said 30p on the.
Mate, there's literally...
on the
What,
little tag.
1, 2, 3... Yeah, there's 6 fucking... Oh, mate.
You're welcome, man.
Cheers, man.
That's
Oh,
all right.
thanks a lot. I haven't actually had dinner.
Neither
as
have I,
an adult,
you know,
like, this is the best dinner you can
That's
get.
the dinner of champions.
Oh, mate, I don't know what to do other than say thank you.
It's alright.
And,
We're going to eat them soon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can we just stop this and just eat this?
And just eat these.
All right, thank you for listening. Right, bye
Thank
now.
you. Yeah. Bye. See you later.
Fucking bleach.
Bleach. Right. So now that that's out of the way,
Yeah.
we're gonna discuss crime.
All crime.
All crime-related activities.
Yeah, it's
So we're going to be sharing some stories of our own, mischief and debatery.
debastery.
Debastery.
Yeah, let's get that in there.
It's when we basted someone who got arrested for it.
They asked for it. They liked it.
Yeah.
They paid for it.
Strangest porno I ever
Basted that lad up.
did. Basting them. Oh my god. Can't. Right, well, yeah, where do you want to go from here?
Well, crime is I'm not saying like I'm a criminal that's like gone out and been dealing like fucking hardcore fucking drugs to kids.
Yeah.
My crime is mostly painting dicks on walls.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd see. Do you know what's quite popular down this road is people, when it gets icy, people draw dicks all on the car windscreens up the road. And I walked past once and someone had just done this like really detailed penis, like with veins and everything.
They've got their mate to get it out.
Just get it out and
Gary,
do
don't move. I just want to
do a stencil.
I just
But it's like the size of the windscreen. The guy's only 5'4".
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, my most recent crime actually was see all that stuff there.
Yeah.
Nick that.
I've done a.
What?
I've
Being
done.
summoned.
See, look, there you go.
Alright. Okay.
Crime.
Crime. I've got to go to the toilet and check and make sure that there's a guy not doing crack in the toilet.
Oh, see, now this is great crime. Okay, hold on, right. So there's a man in the toilet that might be doing crack, okay? We're going to pause it for a sec and then,
And
okay?
then get back to it.
So
right?
hit just a little
So
cut,
2
okay?
secs.
Ready?
Little cut. Hello, we're back again. So,
So I'm eating.
that's alright, no, that's fine. You
Did
crack
you do
on
in
me.
practice?
I didn't see him. I went round the corner and you'd just come out, but his hands looked like he was a jellyfish. So I'm assuming he's on some kind of drug.
Do you think we could get some?
I don't want to do any of that shit, man. He smelled like shit.
He's either having the best time of his life or the worst time of his life.
He didn't look very healthy. He looked like Jesus, face fucked a goat.
I love the Bible. Yeah,
I like the Bible. So,
dicks
right.
on the car.
Yep, dicks
That's
on the
that's
car.
a good crime.
Have you personally drawn a dick on a car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went through a phase of where it was dicked. But that scene in
You're-
Superbad.
Yeah, I was going to say, like Jonah Hill, just dicks in books.
Yeah. In the science books at school, I used to draw dicks on the sperms, you know, in the science books.
Yeah.
So there'd be all these
Like
sperms
little
with just
silky
these
sperms.
massive fucking dicks.
That's genius,
Just
actually.
fucking-
And then it gets to the egg and just doesn't go with it.
They just go mental.
Did you draw eggs with vaginas?
No, because I'd only seen a dick by that
By that
point.
point.
You only,
I'm glad you answered that correctly.
yeah.
Well, I would like to talk about my first crime I ever committed. It's not that crazy, but I think, you know, reception, Dundonald School in Wimbledon.
And how old were you?
How old were you in year R? Like,
Year R.
it was called year
You're
R.
so young, you're not even allowed numbers yet.
Yeah. You've got to you start at the end of the alphabet and then they go into the numbers. Don't know what happens before. I think you go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all that, whilst you're like
In the womb.
in the womb, yeah.
And then you pop out.
And then you go to year R.
Yeah.
Anyway, I used to have a teacher in year R called Miss Terry. And to be fair, sick teacher. I'm pretty sure, thinking back to it now, she's lesbian, which is cool. But she was, you know, she was lovely.
Thank you, lesbians.
Thank you, lesbians, for ruling the world. So Miss Terry, right? She.
The lesbian that taught you how to colour in.
Yeah. I mean, like, she was my first art teacher. So, yeah. She used to leave. I remember the classroom at the time being fucking huge. Like,
Maybe you were just small.
but I was tiny. But like, it was like the Rugrats video game. So she used to leave all of her change like on the side, but like I couldn't ever reach it, and I just got a knack for like, fuck, I think I'm gonna be a little bandit, like a little raccoon for the rest of my life. So she used to leave her change, but I could never properly reach it. And my mum used to, I was a naughty kid, man. My mum used to pick me up. She'd be like, bye Miss Terry, I love you, all this shit, right?
Laying it on thick so she don't
And
know.
as soon as we go out the door, because my mum was carrying me, because I had no legs.
You hadn't grown them
I
yet.
hadn't grown them yet, they were getting there.
Like two thimbles just on the bottom of your body.
Just
two
like-
fleshy toes.
Yeah,
Just,
like they were just sprouting like roots. Yeah, she used to carry me, and I'd be at that right height, so I just used to grab the change and put it in my dungarees.
you little bitch.
I know, I was such a little bitch, and then I used to I'm pretty sure I used to hide it like under my bed. And then I got caught out. My mum actually found me. I think we were, as far as my memory serves me, we went to the corner shop and to get ice lollies after school. We'd gone in there, and my mum said, "Which one do you want?" And I was like, "Flake." And she said, "All right." So get up there. And she's gone to pay, and I've gone, "No, I've got this, Mum." And I just whacked out the change. And she's gone, "What the fuck?" Like,
You're like 4-year-old.
yeah, like,
And you're like, fucking, mate, everyone in the shop gets a
Yeah.
fucking mini milk.
everyone gets your
Yeah,
milk.
mate, I've got AEP, go mental. What
Like-
do you want, vanilla? Nice one, mate.
And then it was only when I remembered that story that I was like, I was the first Thug Life video that never got recorded. And and my mum marched me back into school the next day because school was closed by this point. I had to apologise. And Miss Harry was like, she was like, "That's very naughty, Jack. You shouldn't steal, but just don't do it again." I was like, "No worries." And that was the first crime I ever committed.
Wow. I don't know the first crime I ever committed. I think I've just done so many. It's just like mashed into one.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think the majority of mine are just mischief and all that sort of stuff. But I think yours are like legit.
I think legit crime.
Yeah.
I saved up until I got to a good enough age to be able to sort of run away and properly get in trouble with the law. Oh, the law.
Also, shout out to the law, and everyone's doing a great job there.
No, they're not, because I've fucking been caught like 3 times.
Yeah, so they're doing a great job because they're catching you.
No, it's usually my fault when I've been caught. I've got away like loads of times.
If you're good at something,
yeah, it's like,
if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. But as I've got older, I've got sluggish because I fucking love stout and beer.
Yeah.
And I eat a loaf of bread every day because
You do really like your bread.
I have to stop eating bread. I look at bread.
You're like Aladdin. You just lift up. You just lift. Fun fact for you here. The term shoplifting. I saw this on Horrible Histories. The term shoplifting originally came from the Middle East and like Arabia and places like that because. Muggers used to literally lift up the side of shop stalls to steal stuff.
What?
It was on Horrible Histories, okay? So,
are you sure?
Yeah, I'm very sure, I remember it now.
That is actually a very reliable source of a programme. Big up Horrible Histories,
Big
mate.
up Horrible Histories.
Big up Horrible Histories. Blap. Crime.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
So
I've got a few. I've got some golden nuggets.
Yeah, so I've got my little list here.
The list.
And number 4 just says Jacko stories, and that gives you free reign. The show
Okay.
opens it to you, man.
Okay.
The floor's yours.
Now there's like 2 big ones that I like. Big ones. And what's going on?
No, I'm just saying the domestos.
So you keep it.
I don't
Just pop the little bleach up there.
You have a top up, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, I'll tell you something. So when we was about sort of 15, possibly about 16, we was in sixth form. So we just started sixth form. Mm-hmm. So what we used to do is at the end of sixth form we'd fucking just sort of tie a bit of rope around the back of the door to the fire escape, and then pull the door shut, but with the string outside.
Okay.
So we'd slam the door shut, and then at night we'd go back to the sixth form room, whack it back open.
Whack it back open, and the alarm would go off.
No, because it was so shit. It was just a fucking like.
Oh, I like where this is going.
It's just a shitty little fucking hut. And it was like, okay, like wicked, like no one's gonna know, there's no cameras around. It was so shit, like you could punch like a fucking hole through it.
You could punch a glass through a fist.
So, no, I'm actually going to tell a different story, but it's the same. Wait, I'm just laughing. So we was in there doing that, and then we ended up,
Yeah, I brought some bleach to the podcast round.
Say it is real. Which about Freddo. Too bad, they're not for you!
Not for you, they're ours.
Get out, I'm telling you.
like an extra 50p.
Look, Fran's going to commit a crime.
So
She's going to steal.
£2.
Don't commit crimes!
When we're talking about crime, don't commit one.
So like basically we ended
yeah.
up, so right, okay, let me get back on it because like I had too many stories going on. So we basically got found out and we got chucked out, and they said don't come in there again. So we used to go sort of camping in the forest behind Chesterton. But we did it for fucking like ages, and then obviously when we stopped and we got like a little room, then we got booted out. Anyway, so we get there and we're all just like having a party. So we've set up a big fire, we've set up all our tents, we're just having a good time, we're having a good drink. People
Nice lunch.
really having a good lunch at night. That's how good it was.
Yeah, it was so good.
It was so good. So it ended up sort of just walking around. So there's sort of like a field next to Chesterton. So it's behind sort of like Dragon Falls, you know, the fucking log flume.
Oh, mate, is that next to Ramesses Revenge?
Oh
no, I know.
sort of like, yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
so it's behind there, so you can hear that. We tried breaking it, didn't work. We never was able to break into Chesterton.
Yeah.
So we ended up walking round to this field, and there's this big fuck off marquee,
Nice. Alright.
like absolutely huge. So
Okay, I know where this is going now. Yes.
Yes. So we end up sort of walking in there,
Yep.
and we're like, mate, this is like fucking huge. This is great. So
Circus tent.
So, yeah, it's massive. And there's all these sort of plastic tables and plastic chairs. So we ended up just sort of like launching them at each other, and we're having like a big fuck off chair war, just fucking about.
Yeah.
And then we nicked all these tables and chairs, took them back to the campsite, put them like over the fire, and just watched it melt in the middle.
Did you all get high off plastic fumes?
We got we
I
were
was
off
gonna
our
say,
tits,
yeah,
mate.
you
Like,
would've
it
been-
was like
you
we
would've
were
been on
standing
one.
there. We were like, mate, we've got to fucking get out of this area now.
Yeah.
So we just watched this
like a bushfire.
it's like
Plastic.
just plastic slime just going into the fire, and then black smoke billowing out.
Goosebumps effects, man.
Hell, it was awesome. I was off my tits.
Yeah.
Then we ended up going back to the
The marquee.
marquee, and we were fucking about. And there's a stage, sort of like, you know, like sort of like the little stage that's like sort of you get at school, and it's like literally a foot and a half tall, and you get
Yeah.
on, you're like,
Sort of get
mate,
on. Yeah,
I'm the
you go.
fucking king. Listen to my Shakespeare, and that you play it. But we were like fucking about on that, and you know, we're just diving into chairs and carrying on. Out of nowhere, someone's gone, oh mate, we better fucking do one. It's just like, why? There's no one about. It's like fucking 2 a.m. No, we've got to go. It's like, why? It's like, because that big fire over there. It's just like, pardon? It's just like, yeah, I've just set fire to the marquee. And it's like,
Get out.
Why? It's like, I don't know. I was bored.
felt like
I
it.
was bored. I can't even remember who did it. That's how bad it was.
Was it me?
It was you. You turned up for like 2 seconds. 1 1 1
Yeah.
fire. 1 1
Did a
1.
little, I mean, like, did a little bit of time travelling.
Yeah.
Done.
Just you can.
Flame
So
on.
we're like, okay, shit. So we run out, and this fucking thing's going up, and then ended up sort of legging it back to the campsite, and this fucking thing's gone up. So it's like the campsite's half a mile down the road. So we've ended up sort of camping there, going to sleep. All the fucking fumes are gone, and everything's like just disappeared. So we wake up, we all go home. And we go back to sixth form on Monday.
Yeah.
Start on Saturday. And we were like, yeah, it was a good weekend, wasn't it? Yeah, fucking yeah. Do you remember when? Haha, yeah. Someone runs in to the fucking sixth form hut and goes, oh, guys. And like, wasn't it? It's just like, look at the paper, look. And it's like, what? It's like, read the paper. In the paper,
Marquee's
there's this
gone up.
fucking marquee. It says like, local hoodlums burned down marquee for private function, and we're like, oh.
Who was this?
So we start reading it, and basically find out that we burnt down Atomic Kitten's marquee for a private birthday party.
And they were atomic smitten.
They weren't fucking happy.
They weren't
They-
happy at all.
They fucking smouldering
Livid.
fucking little tents.
Smouldering kitten.
In the middle of a fucking field that a bunch of idiots high off of fucking burning a table. Everyone just went, yeah. So that was fun. That's a good crime.
That's
Never
a
got
great
caught for
crime.
that.
Really?
No, because we were just too good.
You just
And also
absolutely
it was
nailed it.
it was fucking brilliant. So that's a top tier crime up there.
I do like that story.
That's a good one. There's another one. I've got a low one, or I've got another.
But that Atomic Kitten one is one of my favourites.
Fucking
Because it's
brilliant.
just the melting plastic chairs burning down of the marquee from Atomic Kitten.
I think at one point we'd found a frozen chicken and put it on the end of a big stick and was hitting each other with it.
You made them whole again.
It was fucking just.
Do you reckon that's where they got that song from? They were like, looking back on when we first met.
I think
our
they-
marquee burnt down. That's the song.
We're gonna have to change the lyrics.
Gonna have to switch the lyrics up.
But so that was good. That's a good crime. That's a good top tier crime. I've got a mid tier crime,
Okay.
and I've got another top tier crime.
Right.
So I'm gonna start with the mid one. But it was like when we was in school. So we're in like year 10.
School.
So we're in year 10.
Year 10 was a good one. I liked
Year 10 was
That's when I started actually talking to people and not just like
grunting.
no, just nicking shit from the canteen and then selling it on the corpse, but double the price. Of
Excuse
what
me.
yeah.
What?
I've
got this sausage roll. It's been in my pocket.
I was like a little
£2.
I used to turn up like everyone had a normal size blazer at school. I had the one that comes down to your shins.
You got your
and
fucking
just,
dad's blazer on.
I got my sausage rolls, just like
I've got
inside,
sausage rolls. I've got pencils, pegs. I've got spirograph.
I've just been in the art block and just raided all these paintbrushes.
Would you like some Crayola wax crayons? I've only got beige.
It's like,
I've only got beige.
you're doing your GCSEs. Come on, you need the right tools.
You're
£13.50.
But we can get them over there. £13.50.
£13.50 now.
But
yeah.
right, we're in school and we're in PSE or PSHE, whatever, you know that fucking lesson where it's like
the
they
one
sit
that's
you
like
down and they teach you, drinking's bad and drugs bad and
Post-stress
don't
health
have sex and that. Basically
environment.
all the stuff that's fun they tell you not to do. So we're in there and then we ended up doing this lesson about contracting sexually transmitted diseases.
Yeah.
So the teacher sort of gave us this UV light on our hands and went around, okay, 3 girls and 3 guys, you've all got sexually transmitted. Go around, I'm not going to tell you who's got what, but go around shaking each other's hands, so basically UV would go off.
and it'd be like, right.
And it's like, now stick your hand under there. Fucking full-blown AIDS, mate. Get out. So, alright, miss, calm down.
What you did?
I just from shaking someone's hand, I got full-blown AIDS. I'm alright now.
Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had some codidromol, I was fine. But
took a couple of ibuprofen.
yeah, just before I come out, I was fine. But so we used to hang out with this dude who was Korean. His name is Kim Sung, and Kim Sung.
Okay.
And he didn't speak any English.
Yeah.
And he just basically was like one day turned up, and like it was like in our group, and he turned up and said like something in Korean. He's like Annyeong. I was like, hey.
Annyeong.
Annyeong. I was like, okay, that must mean hello. That's the only thing I learned from him. He ended up just hanging out with us for like 3 or 4 months. He goes over to this box, like the teacher's gone out, goes over to this box, and he just made the best noises I've ever heard. He just went, oh! And it was like, what is it, Kim? And he just said something.
Yeah.
He went, what? And I was like, what? I don't understand what's that. And he just fucking lifted out this box, and he just went, penis! And in this box was just loads of fucking dildos that were being practiced on for putting on Johnnies. And so we all went over and like, oh my god, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
So we've all got like our coats on and stuff, right? And we just loaded up our coats and jumpers with all these fucking dicks.
And then just like...
And we left. It was like, miss, we're just going to go now. Well, the lesson's not finished. It's 10 minutes. No, we've got to go. It's important. Duke of Edinburgh, bye. It's just like fucking just went out.
Yeah.
And we've all got all these fucking dicks with all these balls, like fucking stuffed into our jackets. And we're like,
so
what
excited
do we do with us?
So
What do we
excited.
do? And then we just fucking just started launching them at each other in the middle of the playground.
It was an absolute storm of dildos and balls.
Yeah, it was like
Was it just the balls on their own?
No, it was like a fucking like a dildo, it was sort of, but like it's like hard plastic.
Oh, okay.
But with like balls at the bottom, so it's not like fully detailed. But like,
It's the one that you practice.
but
on.
yeah, so you put the Johnny on and stuff like that. But someone launched one through the fucking maths block window.
Nice.
Such a good shot. But then, like obviously break time happened, and we just start fucking booting all these dicks around, and then for about fucking 2 months, these fucking dicks kept turning up everywhere.
It was like a Pokemon hunt, but with dicks.
But like you'd be walking down like towards like fucking the
Like, oh wow, 12-incher appeared.
Yeah.
Jacko used kick.
Jacko used scream and ran away.
Yes.
But
Bail.
it was like you'd be walking down to the assembly. And it was
Got
just
away
like,
safely.
No, in the like in the fucking leaves, you could just see like this bell end poking out.
Just
But we fucking went one night back into the sixth form hut.
Yeah.
And like everyone, we just had this party. People were drinking beer, people were smoking and whatever.
Yeah.
And like it was kind of like gate crashers, but we kind of knew them but didn't know them. And they turned up and was like, yeah, whatever, mate. It's not fucking our house.
Yeah.
And they were like in the kitchen bit doing something with the microwave. I think they were putting like cutlery in there, making it explode or whatever.
Alright.
Someone lost their shit and fucking just put their fist through the wall that went in from the kitchen to the head of sixth form's room.
Jeez.
And just fucking just was like, you could just see it's like, rage! Right? And we were like, ah, fuck. So we all went home, again, come back on Monday, and the teacher, Mr. Winchcombe, was just like, pointed to me, it's like, you, and you.
Fuck off.
No, my office now.
Yeah. And that's when your balls dropped
and, we were like,
and some more fell out because he found more.
And 8 fucking balls just appeared.
8 balls dropped
disappeared,
out.
went back up.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, fuck. And he's like, basically, so I'm sitting there with like my mate Danny and Sam and me and Lee, my mate Lee, who comes in there.
Oh yeah, Whitman.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy, I like him.
He is a good lad.
Enjoys a shisha.
He does. He is 80% smoking.
He's 80% smoke. He's close.
He has to wear heavy shoes because he'll float off.
He's close to becoming a gas monster.
Yeah. So we're all sitting there and he's like, right, I know it was you lot. I was like, we don't know what you're talking about, sir. He's like, look at this. And he like put down a crunched up beer can.
Yeah.
And went, what's that? It's like, recycling. And we're like, and he's just like, you know exactly what it is. You know exactly what it is. It's a fucking like crunched up beer can that was in the bin. And then like, what do you think this is? And it's just like,
Just pulled out another
it's an
beer.
ashtray, sir, full of cigarettes, and he meant not just any cigarettes, and it's brilliant, he actually used the term, it's full of wacky tobacco, isn't it?
I used to love it when adults would be like, at least
Down with the kids.
Down with the kids. Wacky.
Smoking
tobacco.
that jazz cabbage.
You've got that devil's lettuce on the go.
But fucking
So,
like,
do you know what we called it the other day?
What?
Wagger plant.
that sounds like a Pokemon as well.
Wagger plant, I choose you.
Yeah, it just sits there and eats crisps and goes to sleep.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this big fucking hole is still in the wall, and he's back's to it, and he's gone, and there's a big hole in the wall, blah, blah, blah. But out of nowhere, you can see like one of our mates' face in the hole, like looking through, like, and then, return of the dick, he just starts putting the dick through the hole.
Oh no!
So he's got this
From behind
behind
the
in
guy,
the
when you're
kitchen, and he's like fucking putting this dick through this hole.
That's
so all
amazing.
you can see is this fucking erect penis going in and out of this massive hole, and then like every time Mr. Winch could turn around, it'd be gone.
Yeah.
And, like, oh. And what? Well, what they did was they fucking super glued it into the hole, and then he couldn't get it out. So he had a fucking coat on it to hide it. Oh, mid-tier crime.
That's mid-tier crime.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant.
Jesus Christ. That's so funny. I like how the whole build up to that was incredible.
Oh, fucking.
And then he just ended up just.
He fucking put a coat, like, because he couldn't get it off the wall and he didn't want to damage the
And he
wall.
obviously didn't want to damage the wall, and he couldn't deal with the fact that
There was this big, like, fucking dick, like, being hammered through the wall.
Yeah.
So he just fucking put a coat over it. Like, it's not even his, it was like from lost property.
just found a lost property coat
Yeah,
to
so
hide
I'm
the
mad
thing
at that.
that's currently super glued
Absolutely
to his wall.
fucking mad lads.
That's amazing.
Mad lads.
Mad lad. I like
Yeah,
that.
it's
I'm gonna
good.
have some of this pork scratching.
Yeah, go for it.
That's quite
Have
nice.
A little pork scratching. I might join you in one.
Oh, cool.
Actually, have a little crunch. But then again, like, I've got loads more. I'll save them for
There's
other times. I'll save the big one where I had a whole police raid and investigation.
Oh, Jesus. I think I know the one you're on about. I like that one.
It's a great story, but not for me.
I'm gonna get my my worst one out of the way.
Go on.
I'm gonna get my worst one out of the way.
You've told me this, but I can't remember it.
But
Which is going to be great.
so should we give this a little pause quick, because I think we need some refreshments.
Well, we have the bleach.
We've got the bleaks. We've got the bleaky.
The bleachy blinders.
Bleachy blinders. It would blind you if you put it in your eye, probably.
Doing a fucking suicide shot with bleach. just
Straight in the eye, dead.
sniff some fucking shaken back.
Yes.
Squeeze an old sponge in your fucking eye, and then do a shot of
do
bleach.
a shot of bleach from the other one. Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Beautiful.
gonna refresh us, and
Alright.
and then I'll get to my worst feet or toes.
So, this absolute fucking insane crime you did. Oh, tell us about it.
Good choice on the pickled onion, by the way.
Oh yeah. Space Raiders are the best.
Basically, I grew up on a farm in Hampshire.
I didn't know that.
I did. I grew up on a farm in Hampshire. I'm just saying as well, there is one bar battery left. But we can work with that.
Look, we're renegades.
We'll bring it back to life with our
Fuck
minds.
you and your fucking battery. Batteries.
You was trying to save time. So, Sally G, innit? So, yeah, I actually pretty much grew up on a farm. We had a bull.
Bull.
We had a bull. We had.
Well, just to play with.
Yeah,
that was the only thing you had.
that was it. It wasn't even an animal.
No, just a bull.
But yeah, we had a bull. We had cows. We had.
Did they have names?
Sheep. No, I didn't really name them.
Ah.
So
What would you name the bull now?
Trev.
Trev. What, Trev? You are, mate.
Yeah, you are, mate. Yeah.
Sweet, yeah.
My mum actually let that bull out of its pen once, and it ran across the field, and our farmer had to come out, and she was running across the field like. She doesn't actually sound like that, but you can imagine.
Is your mum okay?
She's fantastic. Like, she's actually doing really well for herself.
Good. Except for letting that giant fucking animals laugh hysterically across the field. Normal.
Yeah, normal. You can see where I get it from now. So we had all these animals: pheasants, Trev, cow 1, cow 2, cow 3, cow 4.
Many cows.
Lots of cows.
Yeah.
And our farmer was actually our landlord, so we had this really isolated place where I could really be at one with my mind.
At the age of 7.
At the age of, I think I was 12, I think. Anyway, well, yeah, I like to say I grew up there because
That'd be great.
It's right, yeah. Anyway, just up the road was the local village, and it had a recreation ground. Now, I discovered fire at a young age, okay, and I would like to just say I've stopped discovering fire as much, but I still really fucking love it. It's great. Like, as long as nobody gets hurt, then it's fine.
Yeah, no,
But,
I agree with that.
Yeah,
That goes with anything.
What I'm trying to say is I'm a bit of a pyro technician.
Pyrotechnician.
Yeah.
Jack, what are you doing? You've been doing it for 3 days. Nothing, just rigging up some.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
You'll definitely see.
I've got a bottle of shoe, okay, a long fuse. Anyway, so me and I must have been about 24 at the time.
Fully blown adult.
Yeah, absolute adult. No, I was probably about 14, 15 years old. And me and 2 of my mates, one of which I'm still in contact with, and he's actually pretty cool.
Wait a minute, you've got other friends?
I don't want to tell you.
You fucking bastards.
I've got one friend, I'm sorry, should have typed in one time. There we go. So, the 3 of us went up to this recreation ground one day, and we got.
What was it? Just like
it was just like we used to go up there for school and play,
just like a
rounders and squash and fucking just squash and bugs, and
other fruit.
And other fruit.
Yeah, not that bugs are fruit. I don't know why I said that.
I was gonna say.
What are you eating now? It's got some fruit. What is it? It's just a handful of fucking wood lice.
Vitamin B.
Vitamin lice.
Yeah. Vitamin lice. I like that.
You mean limes?
So we got up there one day and we just got a bit carried away, and it was only the 3 of us up there. It must have been a Sunday. No one was playing cricket. The park was dead, or so we thought. So they had a little council.
It sounds really ominous now.
They had a council hall there, and at the time I was fucked off because they forced me to do cricket. I fucking don't particularly like cricket, and rounders I'm alright with, but I don't know. I just went on protest, but in the worst possible way. So we basically burnt the place down. And,
that went from 0 to 100 immediately.
Degrees, yeah. But like, I can't remember, I'm trying to remember what we had. I think we started off.
It sounds like you've got fucking inner demons. That's what you had.
Welcome to hell.
Oh, this is nice park. Should we go on the swings? No, let's burn the fucker down.
As I say, I was 15 at the time. I was extremely confused.
Did you not know what masturbating was? It was just like all pent up aggression.
It was just.
And then you saw the fire. You were like, now we know.
Now I get it.
Now we know.
I instantly got an erection when I saw I lit a match and got a boner.
Someone had dumped out a load of white paint in your trousers, like 4 years worth. This is it. This is what I need.
Yeah.
So why are you always horny when there's a candle lit?
Mate, why do you think we're in here? Because there's no candles.
Yeah. It's completely dark right now.
It's fantastic. I don't know. I just see fire and go nuts. But there was no one in the park besides the three of us. I was pissed off because I had to do sports, and I didn't really like. I like basketball, but we didn't have basketball. We just had a fucking recreation ground and there was grass everywhere. So we just torched the joint. we just.
You're like a 30s mobster. But yeah, we just torched the joint. Fuck you, cricket. Yeah.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Let's get away in the Oldsmobile.
In the whatmobile?
The Oldsmobile.
Quick to the fire chopper.
It's a helicopter made entirely of fire.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck!
Doesn't really work.
I don't know if this is helping or making things worse. It's just fucking the propeller's spinning and just spitting out fire. Oh, there goes the orphanage.
Why isn't he flying it in a straight line? Because his arms are burnt off. Why do you think? So I think
It's powered by screams.
I remember sending my mate back to his house, and I was like, "Your mum's out doing the shopping. Grab those long, extra long matches." So we got those. Started off with the bins, and then we were like, "Oh, let's pour some of this." I think it was like petrol, deodorant, or both, down the slide, and just see what happens. Then it was like whoosh, and then
that went up quick.
Before we knew it, the whole pretty much good half of the field was on fire, and it was just we're just being dicks, and so that was fun, and then the caretaker came out. Because we didn't realise he was on his tea break in the council building, which is also on site. And he came out and he was like, but it's starting to die down by this point. And he'd come out, he's like, "What are you kids doing? I know you."
What are you kids doing? There's a fucking melted slide and a bin on fire. Nothing. Go back in your little house.
Go. In your house. Don't worry.
Alright then, but I'm on to you.
But it was literally like that because.
Was it like a bad guy from Scooby Doo?
It was like groundskeeper Willie, but like he'd come out and he was like, "You alright? Alright, there, laddie."
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm
fucking
fine.
trying to burn down this swing.
I'm trying to enjoy a cup of tea here, and I'm looking outside, and it looks like fucking Chernobyl. So we just scuttled away really quickly, and it turned out my mate and his parents, they owned a pub, like the local village pub.
Yeah.
Anyway, old Bill knocked on his door the next day because it was a small village, so this bloke obviously knew who we were. I had my mate around my house at the time. My mum burst into my bedroom like, "Jack!"
Fucking
You were
the
in
door.
I've never been in so much shit in my life, honestly. And I was like, "What?" She's like, "You bloody fucking know well what." And I was like, "Oh, fuck, she's onto us."
She's onto us.
Yeah.
How does she know? Oh, she's got video footage.
Fireman
Fireman
gone out.
You stink of fire and melted plastic.
Melted plastic
And there's you've been asleep with your bin on fire all night.
Yeah, your whole fucking room's on fire. You're on fire.
What? Just get a girl.
Go away, Mum.
I'm doing something. I'm cleaning my room.
Lighting a cigarette with a blowtorch. Like.
Told you not to disturb me when I'm cleaning my room.
Yeah.
You're setting it on fire, Jack. Oh, you just don't understand me.
It's the easiest way to do it, you know. I've still got this theory.
Set fire to the house.
Yeah.
Right, let's move.
Well, this is what I say to people. I say this to Reese, one of the guys that works here. I say, if you've ever got a problem and you need a room clean here, what you want to do is have a controlled blaze. So you want to get yourself a petrol bomb, open the door,
Petrol bomb.
get yourself a
controlled blaze.
Controlled blaze, yeah.
Four of those words don't sound very controlled.
And you want to open the door, right? Just launch it in there, shut it, bang, napalm. Open the door, room's clean, but like it's spick and span.
Okay.
It's what goes on in my head.
Wow.
So I got in trouble with that. Had my first police interview. Well, my only police interview I have you.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's lucky.
And
I've had a few.
I got. This is the best part of the story. I got bollocked out. It was like good cop, bad cop, but with one cop. I don't know if it was just a bit like
Schizo cop.
It was like
Was he putting on like
your mum and your village are really fucking disappointed in you,
your
mate.
mum and your village?
Yeah.
Sell you from Middle Earth.
Why'd you fuck up the Shire, Frodo? I don't know. Shave your feet. And then he's like, when they said take the ring to Mount Doom, they didn't mean fucking make Mount Doom.
Oh fuck, I could be asked to take it there.
I could have had the nickname the Balrog as a kid.
The Balrog.
The Balrog, yeah.
Or just Looney Jack.
Yeah.
There he is over there, Looney Jack.
So
he's got a glint in his
but
eye.
it was yeah, that's just a magnifying glass. He's and he was like, you fucked your village up, you know, you pissed your mum off, and then he was like, but look, listen, what we're gonna do here is, and he would just tone it down, and I'm sat there and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, right, you're gonna get 2 months of probation raking the field behind Miller's restaurant up here, 325. So I spent 2 months
So bizarre.
just raking a field, and it was great because I got loads of sun. That's it. That was
wow.
That was my highest of high.
That's your top tier crime.
Do you know what tier is an anagram for? Fire. No, it's not. Alright, I'm going to stop with that story now.
Oh my god.
But I wanted to share that.
That's
because
brilliant.
It's made me a better person than who I am today.
How? Anyway.
Right,
Well, that sounds fucking insane. So.
Well, it's not. Do you know why it's not insane?
Why?
Because I know that you have a list from the 1800s of what you could get locked up for in a mental asylum.
I want to see if anything to do with fire is on there. I know for a fact that at least 80% of the shit that's on it is like... Oh no, that's not it. Is like fucking...
Should I grab a battery? Just in
Yeah,
case.
if you want. Oh, it's supposed to be a renegade.
Right. So,
Yeah. Man, yeah.
you got this list. Now talk us through the list, Jacko.
Okay,
I mean, just explain what it is to all the folks first.
It's a list from 1864 to 1889
Right.
for reasons to be sent to a mental institute. So basically,
Any mental institute.
just the mental
Closest
institute,
one.
the most popular one, whatever,
Did they have Uber
Bedlam.
Did they have Uber drivers?
They had Uber coaches.
Uber horse.
They had just
That's sick.
Yeah.
I'd love to order an Uber and a horse shows up.
excuse me, can I get my Uber? No, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, well, you're 5 minutes late, so don't worry. You're gonna fucking love
You
this.
better give us 5 stars.
Yeah.
His name is Sanj.
So yeah, they get their Uber horse. That could be on here, and it's reasons to be admitted into the madhouse.
Yeah, into Arkham.
Yeah, but there are some absolute fucking whoever has written this must have also been fucking insane. That's
absolutely
hold on,
clinically insane.
let's have a look at the first one. As you know, I'm going to put my favourite.
The second one down.
I'll tell you what.
Let's
start with the second one.
Yeah, because it makes so much more sense. So you would get put in a mental asylum if...
You got kicked in the head by a horse.
It depends on how hard you got kicked.
Fuck the hospital.
Yeah, fuck the hospital.
Nah.
His head's stoved in.
Yeah.
No,
But he's dead.
mad.
Send him to the mental institute.
He's not dead.
Should we not just stick him in a grave? Send him to the mental institute. Don't make me say it again.
Instantly.
Instantly.
He's not dead. He's so mad. He's pretending to be dead. What else we got there?
One of them is, it says, ill treatment by husband. So if your husband's knocking you around, you get sent to the nut house.
And then they all go for beers after.
Yeah, lads.
Oh, like
Here's my, I like this one too. Imaginary female trouble. What?
That's going to require explaining because
What?
So like you're imagining that you're having problems with a woman, but what if you were in like a really good relationship?
Imagine female trouble. Like, yeah, are you in a good relationship? Yeah, I am. She's really good.
But I'm a
Oh,
bit,
that's really nice. I'm glad.
unsure about it.
What's she called? Oh, her name's Mary. Would you like to meet her? And it's just a fucking like carved out turnip.
Just
That's an imaginary woman that you're
flower
having
pot.
trouble with.
It's a flower pot.
Or what?
You're having a bit of a situation.
I thought that it might be imaginary female trouble. Phantom periods.
What's up? Just like, there's nothing there.
It's like, I'm on the period. No, you're not. You had it last week. I just don't want to bang you, love.
What if they're just
So, right
pregnant?
to the nut house.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to have sex with me to the
I'm
nut
pregnant.
house.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. Hysteria.
Hysteria.
Well, that's an immoral life. But again, no fun.
No, if you're having no fun. then
Jealousy and religion. That's in the same. That's the same description. I'm jealous and religion.
See, that makes no sense because back then, like, I'm pretty sure that like religion was kind of a big deal because everyone was all up like Jesus's butt. So like, it's like
Maybe like
I worship the magic sky wizard. Get the fuck to the asylum now.
straight. You loony. No,
What's
Wait,
what's this with
there's-
this? Opium habit.
yeah. So if you're
So
smoking,
someone's
like,
having a really sick time.
yeah, if you're not just like banging back some fucking like sweet like hits of opium.
Sweet hits of opium.
Excuse me, mate. Are you having a good time? I'm having a really good time. Nut house.
Yeah. Padded cell.
Fucking yeah.
Extra pads.
Sweet. I'll just go to bed.
Extra pads. You can go right next to the chick that thinks she's having her period.
I like this one. Masturbation for 30 years.
Like, wasn't it the other day when we were looking at this and you said that they're like somewhere they've got this clock and it's like as soon as you hit 30 years it's like bang, 30 years, take him off, wheel him
Yeah,
off.
that's it. He's been masturbating constantly for 30 years.
Or maybe she has. You know.
Well, she has. You
Yeah.
never know.
You never
yeah,
know.
well, you know. What else we got here?
Laziness.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to work today? I can't
No,
be
I
bothered.
can't.
You're fucking mad!
You're insane, bitch!
Why can't you go to work? Well, I'll tell you what, you won't be working for the rest of your life. Let's put you in a straight jacket, off you go.
I didn't see this one before. It just says novel reading. So if you read a book, you go into the fucking bedroom. You go to bedroom. What are you reading?
Maybe that ties in.
Bit of Sherlock Holmes, mate.
Actually,
Nutter.
maybe that ties in with religion. What if they're reading the Bible? Oh my God, they're reading the Lord's book.
Who the fuck is going to be reading? Like, this is like the 19th century.
Asthma. If you struggle with your breathing,
And then immediately underneath, bad company. Tobacco and masturbation. Parents were cousins.
overaction of the mind.
Yeah.
So if you think too much,
Yeah, you're not allowed to think too
You're
much.
not allowed to think too
But
much.
who the fuck's gonna know?
This
That's
is
brilliant. We're not even like a
great.
quarter way through the list.
bad whiskey.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I kind of agree with that one.
Good.
Someone likes bad whiskey. You must be mad if you're going to drink that.
Carbonic acid gas. Whatever. Let's have a look.
What's deranged masturbation?
That's when you put on a clown mask and stick a peg up your ass and wank.
Use a twig, a couple of twigs to knock it out.
Just look.
He nearly fell into the arcade machine.
Fucking deranged masturbation.
Falling into the arcade machine.
Oh, fucking brilliant. What else we got? We got egotism, fair enough. Dropsy, fair enough. Fighting fire. Fighting fire.
Oh mate, I'll be straight in there.
There you go, there's one for you.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I've already had like 7
Yeah,
reasons
I've
why
had
I'd
a
be
few
in
on there already. Deranged masturbation. I've had that
exposure
one.
and quackery.
What is quackery?
I don't know.
The war.
Just the war. What war? Any war.
Any war, don't talk about it.
Another one, women's troubles. A lot of ladies not really being able to like, get a break. Gathering in the head.
What's gathering?
I
in
have
the head?
no fucking clue.
Gunshot wound. If you've been shot, you're off to a mental institution.
Oh, I've been shot. No, what?
Why
no,
would
no,
you
I've been
go
shot.
to the hospital?
It wasn't my fault, right?
Was it
There was
my
some
fault? I
man who
didn't
come
shoot
and robbed me.
myself.
Uh-oh. What? madhouse.
Sorry, man. You're gonna have to go.
Yeah,
Get the
maybe
straight,
there weren't
get
any
the straight
hospitals.
jacket on. It will leak blood.
I'm trying to find out. So, grief. Like, you can't even be sad anymore. Hard study. I've got a test tomorrow. Madhouse.
Yeah. I've got a test tomorrow.
It says Salvation Army.
Rumour of husband's murder. I heard. You sat in the pub and said, "Oi, I was chatting to Gary the other day, and he said that I think that he's wearing a wire. Get him off."
Victorian wire.
Victorian wire.
Fell from horse in the war. So if you fell off a horse in the war, that's obviously...
What if you were wounded by the gunshot?
It's great, it just says the war, so you're a bit like, scared
all
about
kind of
that,
tie into each
and then
other,
it just
don't
says falling off of a horse in the war, and then back up to the top, kicked in the head by
A horse.
It's a vicious cycle.
It's such a vicious cycle.
So between
and I'm pretty sure a vicious cycle is on there.
Wait, hold on, where is vicious cycle?
Or vicious something. Superstition.
Don't walk onto that ladder. Sorry. Madhouse.
Yeah. What's the one above it though? Look, women trouble.
Yeah.
So,
It's-
I really like the girl next door.
I don't think that's what that means.
She
I think
can
that
come for visitations.
I think that means
every
like,
weekend.
my areolas are a bit sore. Nuthouse, get in there, fucking.
Oh,
Let's
see,
shave your head.
I went more for like, liking somebody,
Yeah.
and then not liking you back, and then it's like, well, she can visit you once a week from your padded cell.
Why would she visit you if she don't like you back?
Because she feels sorry for you.
That's how you get girls, Jack.
But you
Go
can't,
out
but you
like,
can't overthink because she'll be in the cell next to him.
if you want to get a girl, right, what you got to do, right? Get yourself locked up in a nut house, right? Get beaten up every day by thugs. Get
And she'll
electrocuted.
feel sorry for you.
Live in a gutter, and she'll feel sorry for you. Overthink it. She'll be right next door, next to you, mate.
And then you'll be
All you got
right
to
in
do
there.
is dig out a fucking brick.
Just don't get kicked in the head.
Slide
by a
your
horse.
meat in that brick, and she can tickle your end.
Did we press record? Oh, yeah.
No, we did. Jesus Christ, don't do that to me.
Sorry, I just like freaking you out. Freaking you out,
So,
not house.
Yeah. So between
Epileptic fits.
Yeah.
So
Well, they
if
thought
that-
demons were in you back then. They didn't really know what epileptic fits were, so they
But
thought
how
people
can
were
they think
possessed.
demons? But then, if they think demons are in you, but you're religious, they'll also get locked up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like,
It is the most-
I'm surprised anyone
Is
fucking
survived.
survived between 1864 and 1889. Like spinal irritation, snuff eating for 2 years.
Smallpox. Shooting of daughter. Like, is that like you shooting your daughter, or being
Pissed off of her
being
because
in
of her
grief?
woman troubles.
Yeah, or being in grief because your daughter's been shot. Because either way, you're gonna get locked up for one of them. Because
Wow.
grief's on there as well.
I don't really know.
It's like swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Well, that's reasons to be administered into a mental institution, which is
Between,
basically
what was it, 1864
and
1889?
1889.
That's
So-
it is mental.
It is mental.
It is. It
You
makes
know
no
that
sense.
the guy that's writing it is like fucking insane.
He was
he's
in
off
a cell.
He's off his tits on laudanum and
He was in his
sticking
cell,
citrus fruit up his arse. No,
listening to Cher.
that's how mad he was. He was. He was in 1864. He made Cher.
He made Cher.
He made Cher.
Right.
So that was good. What's
Yeah, I
next
enjoyed
on
that.
The list.
The list. Well, it's a scrap of paper which I writ on.
There's a list
yesterday.
there. Don't put yourself down.
No, that's all right. Right, I've got one. This one is actually one that's been sent to me over the bar that I work in. So, my dear friend Roger, who is a regular and a lovely man, he told me, well, I say sent, he wrote it down on a piece of paper, gave it to me over the bar. He basically
Old school.
right. This is one I want to read from
Yeah.
because it's fantastic. But yeah, shout out to Rog. Thank you for sending this to me using your voice. He keeps saying send like he's like emailed it to me or something.
Well, he's a gangster rapper.
He was sat in the bar having a beer and I think I was doing a bit of cleaning and he said to me, right, you want to know weird crime-related stories? I've got one for you. So thanks for sending this in, Rog. It's gold. A Scottish man has appeared in court today charged with the sexual assault of his own mother following what has been described as a massive buckfast binge. Gets so much better, bear with me. Ian McCourt, a 24-year-old Glaswegian DJ and buckfast aficionado, reportedly assaulted his mother after arriving home from a 3-day bender, drunk oot his nut on Bucky.
Is that a direct quote?
That's a direct quote. The court heard that Ian struggled with alcoholism on the weekends owing to his love of banging techno, Beacon Bucky, and that this was a mitigate, is that mitigating?
A mitigated, yeah.
Circumstance in what has been dubbed Fingergate. I remember him telling me this and I fucking died.
Oh, fuck. Okay, go.
Throughout the trial, Ian maintained that he didn't know it was his mum at the time of the fingering. and that he thought it was this wee dirty yoke from down the road.
It's like burgling your own house.
I know. Thing is, she was, like, it hasn't got to this bit yet, but she was disabled.
What the fuck is going on?
I know, this wee dirty yoke from down the road who lets you have a shot of her if you ply her with coke. Reports claim that Ian had been drinking buckfast for 3 days at various after parties following a night in Glasgow's famed subclub where he'd been planning on having a cheeky half and going home early. Took the half and the nut got fucking blew off me, Ian told the court. Within minutes it was a taps-off situation and I was levering the fuck out of the place. Ian's a mad lad.
Ian is
He's already gone for like 20 of those things on that 1800s list.
He's like, he's creating new ones as he goes along. This is brilliant.
Ian claims that this is the last part of the weekend that he remembers until he found himself fingers deep. Hold on. Fingers deep inside his sleeping wheelchair-bound 65-year-old mother Doris's fud.
Doris Fudd! Doris's Fudd. It sounds like Fudd. Her surname sounds like
Doris Fudd.
the action of being fingered. Oh, I gave her a right good Fudd.
Right good fud of it. He said, I don't know what was going on. I thought I was probably in the bedroom of this bird I'd been getting my hole off for a while. But when I shone the light off my phone onto her face, I saw it was my maw, pulled out and ran out of the room. I never meant for it to happen. My maw is nae even that hot.
The nut isn't even that hot.
It's just to clarify.
I'm just saying, like, I must have been fucked out my brains. My mouth's not even that hot, fucking crazy.
The court heard that upon waking up and finding someone fingering her, Doris immediately called the police, who were able to arrest Ian after Doris was able to describe the distinctive smell of buckfast in the room and squeals of drum backy all over the bed. Should we just drink this bleach now and get it over and done?
Oh, I think everyone should have a shot of bleach in the fucking world.
In the world.
Oh.
The judge dismissed Ian's pleas of innocence, good, claiming that drinking buckfast is no excuse for acting the dickhead or fingering a relative and sentenced him to 7 years in prison. Judge said, sadly, this isn't the first such incident we've seen caused by buckfast, warned the judge. In the last week alone, I've dealt with people drunk on buckfast, committing various heinous acts such as pissing on child's back, drinking sewage for a dare, and wanking into a traffic cone in the middle of the street. Crime.
Oh, God.
Ian, what are you doing?
Like, Ian needs to calm down.
Do you reckon he's out now?
Freaking, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
so there's a lot going on there.
That's too much. I can't process all of that.
Yeah. It's the fact that he called it Doris's fud, but then confirmed that she Annie
ain't even that hot.
Annie even that hot.
Well, all I can say is, Ian,
you're a silly boy.
You silly lads, and I wish you all the best in prison and then after prison, because to be honest, mate, you fucking need that.
You needed that. Yeah.
Do you think sometimes some people just need to like lie down and stop breathing and just decompose and feed the earth? That's it, just die, mate.
Well, yeah.
Slowly, not in a horrible way.
That or just pour some buckfast on the ground.
No, that'd revitalise him. He'd be back up.
It'd just be fingers coming out of the
fucking let's go
floorboards.
listen to some techno. It's really fucking great, isn't it?
Maybe that's So
wow, Ian.
Thanks for that, Rog. But Ian, you're a fucking mad lad.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Yeah.
What else we got? Oh, right, really quick one. This is a crime. A woman. This was an old story actually. Most people have seen this. A woman was in Portsmouth, absolutely fucked. And have you been up to Portsmouth?
Yeah, a few times. Yeah.
Ships everywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, she climbed up a ship onto the top of it somehow, and the police had to get her down because she was screaming to everyone that she was Captain Jack Sparrow.
See, now that's a good lady.
Yeah, I mean, she's not hurting anyone besides herself, you know, if she fell off. And Captain Jack Sparrow is, he's alright, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good lad as well. He's not banging his ma, shit-faced and butt-fast.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you know what? That's everything off there.
Is that all?
Oh, well, there's another one, but do you want to tell that one? Because I've got your...
Well, I'd love to tell it, but I can't remember it.
Well, this is why I've written it down on my phone. Just, well...
See, all it says here...
Oh, look, that's all I've got. That's
I'll tell you what, I'll read the headlines,
Alright.
so like the bullet points.
Okay.
And this is from Business Insider UK, so a really reliable source.
Yeah, super reliable.
Pineapple shipment was seized by the police when it was discovered to be hiding cocaine. Over, fucking hell, 745 kilos were found in total. The haul was part of an ongoing investigation by Spanish and Portuguese police forces. So
That's creative, and that's a lot of cocaine.
that is a lot of cocaine.
Yeah, I mean, why pineapples?
Everyone likes pineapples.
Well, imagine accidentally biting into one of those fuckers. Let's get some more pineapples. Come on, let's fucking start a pineapple farm.
Fucking feeding pineapple chunks into your face going, I can fucking live forever!
I could do this all goddamn day.
Oh, I am my own god! You're fucking punching a hole through the wall.
That's a nail, Fran. Hi.
What's happening now is... What is this? Every time
Every we do this, you just have to come over and say hello.
you have to be involved, don't you?
She just has to, she loves it.
Good. You wanker. You say anything, right? She's not really a wanker. She's not really a wanker. Don't throw shit at me!
Don't throw the nail, that'll go through someone's eye. At least set it on fire first.
Yeah.
And then throw the nail.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right. Well, how about we have you bitch.
That is
Really
ice.
hurt.
That's ice.
Well, I'm keeping this ice. Actually, that's really cold. I'll pop that down there.
Let's
Have a little break and reevaluate our lives after all that, because I can't function as a human properly after listening to Ian's antics.
Yeah, and I think we should stay away from Buckfast forever.
I've never tried it. I've never tried it.
What we'll do is, right,
I've had other things.
I'm gonna
Never buckfast.
I'm gonna go and have a wee because I'm dancing like.
It's that time. It's that time again.
It is. It's J-pop.
It's been 15 minutes, so Jack needs to go and wee again.
It's been 15 seconds. I'm doing some J-pop dancing now.
Look at him. He looks adorable. I just saw a bit of graffiti in the toilet. It's written above the door, and it just says "fetid minge."
Oh, that's nice. Anyway, so we've. We've actually received some questions from some of our loving fans on the interweb.
Let's call them listeners. I don't think they're a fan. We've bullied everyone
They
to
are
listen.
fans.
Listen to it now!
Yeah, literally, listen to our fucking podcast. So some people have sent us some stuff in. Thank you for listening.
So what's the first question?
So the first one we got here is why didn't Marty McFly's mum and dad recognise him later on in life?
Alzheimer's.
Moving on.
Right, that's it. That's the end of questions.
That's question
done.
done. So what one should we do now?
I like number 5.
If you could clone yourself and have sex with said clone, is it masturbation or incest? What do you reckon? I say a bit of both, really. Instabation.
Instabation.
Instabation, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you. And I know who that's from. That's from Danny. My mate Danny Mower.
Nice. Oh, Danny Mower.
Yeah, so, who I've been in bands with and Yeah, he's a sick fuck.
Nice.
We like Danny. So
the people behind us are playing Guitar Hero now, so it might get a bit noisy here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to hear us talking about whether
Whatever the hell
fucking
we're
yourself
talking about.
is masturbating or incest. I think instabation. I think it would be masturbation, because if you are cloning yourself, it's a direct copy of you.
Yeah.
And like, if you're knocking one out on your own, that's wanking. And if you're
there's a clone of you there, which
like,
is
if you could reach around your own butthole, you'd be doing it. So basically, it's just an easier fucking way to do it.
Right, next one. I'm going to increase the volume of my voice. If humans, number 6.
We've only done 3 questions.
I'm not going in the right order, okay? If humans are like 80% water, why do we weigh ourselves in kilos and not litres?
Ooh.
Now, my answer to this was, it's fucking 2018, mate. You can do what you want. So I weigh myself in porcupines, and I'm a squirrel. 2 dicks.
2 dicks.
2, yeah. You need one to pick nuts up.
It's got a hand at the end of the dick.
Yeah. One of them's got a hand at the end of it.
Wanking yourself off with your own dick that's got a hand at the end that's made of other dicks.
Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be pleasure fucking central. Welcome to the pleasure dome.
The pleasure dome, baby. I like this. This is, I don't know who sent this in.
That's Danny again.
Is that Danny again?
He's sick mind working.
Big up Danny Moat. Sorry, I'll never talk like that again. What's your favourite position? Not for sex, just in general.
Would you like?
I like starfishing on my bed, face down, listening to White Rabbit.
Just off your tits on fucking heroin.
Just,
It's very relaxing, but very Moorish.
Very Moorish.
Very Moorish.
The heroin is extremely Moorish.
Yeah, well, you know, I like sort of just like lying down on the floor, like with your arm, like sort of just like as a pillow.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of lie in
Resting
there.
in the elbow ditch.
Yeah, like in the elbow ditch, and you lie there, and you just don't get up. Ever.
Like, ever?
Ever. Like,
Have you seen Moana?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen Moana. So you know the big Tafiti island at the end?
Yeah.
Is that how you're thinking you'd look?
More or less, yeah.
A bit more, less green?
Yeah.
Alright.
Exactly like that.
Okay, cool. And that was question week. That's a blank piece of paper. Is that invisible ink?
They're all the unimportant questions.
Alright.
But I like here, just at the bottom, we've obviously written this when we've been drunk last time, and it just says, subject. Seahorses control all of the coincidences in the world.
With a little asterisk next to the side of it.
Yeah, so we know it's important. And then it just says, Fred Durst advice.
Sick.
3 exclamation marks.
Sick fanny.
And then sick fanny, question mark. So stupid. Why is that even a fucking life?
Why is that a life?
Okay. So what else we got? I've got
Oh, right. So do you want to end it on? Should we end this now on one of your tweets that you've put up?
I tell you what, you can pick, because I read a few out to you earlier. I like to get sometimes I'm drunk, sometimes I'm not.
Wait, hold on.
And I just sort of like, I just want to post them, like to get like.
I like. Wait, hold on.
Wait. Is it? Wait.
You know the one I like.
Yeah, that one.
Wait, is it?
Okay, you
Yeah,
ready?
this is the one I like.
Okay.
So we'll end on this one.
13th of May this year. Last night I drank 8 pints of Listerine and frisbeed several copies.
DVD copies.
Can't even do it. Last night I drank 8 pints of Listerine and frisbeed several DVD copies of Shrek 2 off the roof of the local Shell garage. I woke up in the disabled toilets of a McDonald's spooning a bag of broken Oyster cards. Best christening ever. Fucking yes.
This podcast has been about crime, and we kind of descended into slow madness is because we read that list, the 1800s list.
Yeah. I'm just really enjoying myself.
I'm really having the best time.
I'm having a really, really good time.
I'm having a really, really nice lunch.
I'm having a really good lunch.
I'm going to listen to Atomic Kitten so much. I've been Jack.
And I've been Jacko.
Don't play with fire, kids. And respect the local authorities.
Now, fuck the police.